Just a second. So this is the most aggressive buy. Just a second. Well, that's the second phone call I've gotten from Pat Tabbitt with no answer on the other line, so I thought there might be something wrong with the broadcast or something, but I'm showing the screen and my writing's going up, so I guess it's okay. Okay, yesterday we had an example of this in crude oil. You were actually able to buy the number 2, the value area low, on the news, and produced a good trade for us. So this is the most aggressive. The market's in a high state of flux. These numbers, the mode, the mean, and the value area low or high are going to change. The best way to trade it is to wait for the first bar to close, but sometimes you have to get in 20 or 30 seconds to get left the station. Now let's say we're long. Market comes up and can't take out the high that was set on the news, then you exit the trade. So it does require a nimbleness, but it can be done, and we'll try to get one off on the bond and the E-mini and talk through them this morning. I guess I was getting pocket dialed by Pat. Okay, on the 30-year, last rotate up was 05, so 4 to 8 is number 1. Sell 11 to 15, sell 1. I think we're headed lower, 19 to 23, sell 2. Support is basically 28 to the buck is number 1. So 17 to 21 buy 1. 9 to 13 buy 2. Have a B. Have a B. So everything is pointed lower. Okay, gold will be impacted. The contract that's not impacted by this news is crude oil. Gold, the euro, the E-mini, the bond, and the note will all all the other markets that we trade will be impacted by this news. So on gold, definitely B, we're at support. So without news, 15 to 17 would be buy 1. 10 to 12 would be buy 2. But this market will be impacted just as the others will. 23.25 sell 1. 28.30 sell 2. Euro will get a big reaction out of it. And it'll be based on the perception of the relative strength of the European economy compared to ours. 75, so 65, 75, let them get stops above the Globex high, sell 1. 14.90, 115 even, sell 2. On the buy side, we'll make last rotate down stopped at 42, so 30 to 40 buy 1. This is without news, and then 114 even, 114.10 buy 2. Draghi can move the euro 2 to 3 points. Our unemployment number, usually about 50, will contain the first move, 50 ticks. Crude oil. If you want to trade on the news, or you can trade before the news on crude oil and usually not be affected at all by the market. We got hit pretty hard, so we have that low late yesterday. 44.50 is resistance to 60, so we'll make pretty aggressive. 44.50, 75, sell 1. 45, 45 and a quarter, sell 2. On the buy side, 43.75, 44 buy 1. 43 and a quarter, 43.50 buy 2. Everybody, why did the market sell yesterday? And they had this news on the release. It was, well, we were worried about the increased production from the American oil patch in Canada. So, makes sense. It's plausible. A little late to explain the selling, if you know what I mean. But you always have to have something. So crude oil is headed lower. Okay, the E-mini was dead overnight. When I looked at it, I don't think we had 5 points of activity. We had a high of 11, say a 12, and a low of 8. That's just a little over 4 points. So we're awaiting the news. Stops below 2,400. So we've got this 24. 02 to 5, so we'll make 3 to 5 the first buy. Stops below 5, and then 98 to 2,400 for buy 2. On a scoop order, you can usually have your a fade order 10 points away from where the market was when the news hit, and usually have some wiggle room on that trade. 12 to 15, sell 1. 18 to 20, sell 2. Non-farm payrolls 170. Unemployment 4.3. Hourly earnings plus 0.3. Work week 34.4. Nat gas inventory 61B. And Baker Hughes rig count, don't know. Previously 1129 and 940. And those numbers could come in lower than forecast due to recent oil prices. I guess Baker Hughes, which comes late, would be the market's focus. Crude oil. Sometimes goes with the market too. So we got crude oil here. Sometimes we'll go but number 1 focus is non-farm payrolls. Number 2 focus is unemployment. And if unemployment differs, like let's say we had the non-farm payroll number come in at 160, better than forecast, and unemployment come in at 4.5, comes in at 4.5, then that's where the whipsaw would come from. So the whipsaw comes from the unemployment number, the percentage. Okay, it's going to take a bit to get everything up and posted. I'll get busy with that. This is a Newsday trade for the E-mini, as it is for Treasuries, gold, and the euro. We recommend that you trade our Newsday strategy. And we'll try to get a couple of those trades, one in the E-mini and one in the bond when it happens. Back with you, certainly for the news.